Hello guys, welcome to this video. So in this video, I will actually talk about a module bundler library which actually compiles your JavaScript code and CSS code, which is SASS code that you write into CSS, which is called as Parcel. Parcel is actually a very good alternative to Webpack. If you visit their official documentation, this is their, if you write here Parcel, this is actually zero configuration build tool for the web applications. If you're developing any sort of application such as vanilla JavaScript, or you are using Node.js, Express, React, Vue, any other front-end framework, this is actually a configuration build tool. It's not a library, it's not a framework, it's just a uh, actually a library which converts your code that you write in high level frameworks such as ES6, your JavaScript, your SASS. It actually compiles it to a code that the browser can understand. So I will show you step-by-step process on how to actually get started with Parcel in VS Code and how to set up a simple little project in Node.js Express, and also I will show you in complete vanilla JavaScript project. So I'm there inside my code structure right here. If I show you from scratch, this is actually the development environment I'm working upon. So you can see in my source directory, if you see my source directory here, I am just writing my all my code. This is a JavaScript code, and if you open this, we are actually using third-party Node.js modules. So we are using this export statement, export default. We have defined these four functions: sum, subtract, multiply, divide, and inside the script.js we are importing these modules by using the import statement. So as you know guys, import statement is not if you directly use these import statements and try to include this inside your HTML file, the browser will not recognize it. So you need to convert this code into a code, common JS code, so that the browser can understand. So that's where Parcel comes into the picture. It actually compiles this code to the browser code, minified code. It actually also removes the white space as well. So you can see we are using these third-party modules, which is Axios, Lodash from the Node.js package manager. So, and also we in the SASS folder, we are actually using the SASS. And if you see the SASS file right here, so we will need to minify and compile this SASS into CSS. So Parcel, we have actually inside our package.json, we have defined this two dev scripts, first for the development and second for the build script. So whenever you are done with your project, you can actually build out your project. So let me just show you the scripts right here. So just if I go to my, let me delete this dev. So once I execute the script guys, just see in the left hand side, a new directory will be, if I running this on the local server, npm run dev, so this will actually open a new port, npm run dev. It will create a dev folder and it will open my project in the browser automatically. So Parcel has this support. It can open your browser. So now you can see it is listening on localhost 1234 port number. You can change the port number, you can customize each and everything. I will show you in this tutorial how to do this. This is a simple command that we have written: Parcel source index.html, and right here we are creating a new directory called as dev directory, where all the code is present, and we are opening this at a port number which is 1234. You can even change this port number as well, and we are not having to, if you don't need the source map files, then you can provide this option, no source map. If I show you this development folder, you will see we have the minified CSS code. It actually compiles the SASS code and it has converted this, and this is our JavaScript code. And here we are actually having this index.html which we are opening it. So if you want to deploy this inside production, you can simply run this command, build command. Now it will create the dist folder which will be used for the production. You will now see it has actually created the dist folder. Once again, it has three files right here, but now these files are minified. So there is no white space, but if you see in the development, it has white space, but in the production level code, it is minified. All the code is minified, it is appearing on a single line. The SASS code, it is compiled to CSS, and the ES6 code is compiled successfully to this common JS code, which is understandable by the browser. So now you can open this HTML file directly in the browser. by simply opening it with live server. This also does the same thing. And the nice thing about Parcel, guys, if you run the dev script once again, if you make any sort of changes, it will hot auto reload. Let's suppose if I make some kind of change in my SASS file, if I want to change the background color to this color, so once I make this change, it will hot auto reload. You can see now the application changes. I basically make the change in the SASS file, so it automatically rebuilds the application and compiles it to the production code, and it automatically reloads. So whenever you are developing your application, Parcel makes it really easy. So whenever you make any sort of change, it actually, if I change the text color to black, so now you can see the color of the text have been changed to black. So if you want to, anything which you make, any change that you make, that script will once again run. So you can make change inside your JavaScript as well. So you can add an alert statement, hi, hello. So now you can see that. So now to get started, guys, by configuring Parcel, I will show you from scratch. So what I will do, I will simply stop this and I will simply go to a new directory. I will say Parcel example project. I will cd into this, opening it inside VS Code. So currently this directory is empty. Now we need to first of all create a package.json file. So npm init-y. And then we need to install globally. You can even install it globally as well, this Parcel package. So now you can access your Parcel command directly. If you execute this, you can just do Parcel, and then you can just compile any file, any JavaScript or CSS file. So, but there is also a second option. If you don't want to install it globally, what you can do, we can install it locally by using npm isev dev parcel. So it will install it as a dev dependency by this option dash dash save dash dev. So this will simply install this, and now it will actually install it relative to your project inside dev dependencies section. So once it is installed, it will install it in this section, dev dependencies. So in the meantime, what we can do, we can create our project. So just create a source directory. Here we will actually have our index.html file and the directory for SASS file and the directory for the JavaScript code. So here in the SASS file, we can simply say that the SASS file, we can create a file called as style.sass. Here we will be writing the SASS code, and here we will be writing the JavaScript code. So in the JavaScript, let me just have an alert statement, hi, hello. And in the SASS file, we can simply have a variable, primary color, and then we can actually change the body background color to this color, which we defined, primary color. That's all. So we have this SASS code and we have this JavaScript code. So we can now include this inside our file. So we can simply say that parcel example. So here you can simply have a heading, hello world, and a simple button, click me. You can give it an ID to this button, that's all. And here we will be referencing our JavaScript code. So it is present inside the JS folder, script.js. Similarly, we'll be referencing the SASS code, which is present inside SASS style.scss. So simply include all the dependencies, the JavaScript and the SASS file. Now we can actually write a simple script inside package.json in the script section. So if you want to configure your parcel, just you can, first of all, let me show you how you can directly, if you have installed parser globally, you can directly compile your file. So the command is really simple. I will show you both the commands for development and build process. So for development, guys, it's very easy. You write parcel and then you provide the location where your file is located. So my file is located inside the index.html, which is present in the inside the source folder. So I will simply write here parcel source index.html. This is a path that I'm giving you, and then we need to open this at a port number. So we can configure a port number like this dash dash open. It will open a new browser window at this port number we can define. So we need to define a port number. Let's suppose 5000 port number I am choosing, and that's it. And also here you can even, if you just execute this, what will happen, it will compile the project, and now you can see that it will actually open this localhost 5000. So it is now building this, and now you can see that your project is successfully built. The SASS file is automatically compiled to the CSS. Now we have the heading and a button. So if you see that it has created this dist folder by default. So by default the folder name is dist, and if you don't provide a folder name, it will actually create this folder called as dist. And you will also see these map files. So map files are somewhat important, but if you don't know, if you don't want these map files, you can eliminate that option as well by providing a option. If you only want the CSS and the JavaScript code, so let me show you a second scenario. Let me just stop this. Let me delete this folder. And now I will show you how you can pass additional options. So let's suppose you don't want to the source file. So we can simply provide an option in parcel by dash dash no dash source maps. So this will make sure that no map file is generated. And here we can even change the, let's suppose if you want to have a dev directory, sorry, dash dash dist directory, and here you can provide any your own directory name, folder name. Let's suppose I provide here dev. So now this is actually the option dash dash dist directory. So where your output will come. So you will be coming in the dev directory. You can change the folder name, and here you can provide that you don't need the source map files. This is the actual command. So if you now execute this, so once again it will open this, and now in the dev you can see the directory name is successfully changed dev, and if you see only the JavaScript code is there. This is actual JavaScript CSS, that's all. And one more file is there because this is a development project. It is not the minified code. That's why this file is there. So you will see now it is opening this file automatically in the browser. So the thing about is that if you make any sort of changes in the SASS file, it will auto reload. Let's suppose if I change the background color to blue color, it will automatically reload. So let me change the back. If I change it to blue color, you can see that now the blue color has been changed. Let's suppose if I apply some color, let me change to white, and text align to center. So now you can see automatically changes. Same goes with the JavaScript as well. Let me write a function. So we can actually use import statements as well. We can use third-party modules as well. It will also compile this as well. So if I make this change, you will see the change will get recognized. You can see that. So now the thing I want to show you, if you have multiple SASS files, let's suppose if you have a component of button and you are writing your file in a separate component, let's suppose only the styles for this button will be there. Let's suppose I define a button color, and here I define a color like this. So now I need to target the button and change the background color of this button to this button color that we have defined. Now we need to export this file. Now we need to import this file in the base file. We can simply use the import statement @import. So we can simply use the button SASS. So what it will do now, if you refresh it, now you will see the button color is also changed because it is compiling both these SASS files and if you see it is generating these styles, you will see button, comma, body, background color. So it is actually, you can have multiple SASS files, you can code multiple SASS files, and then it will automatically compile it into a single file at the time of compilation. So this makes it really easy. You will see that as I change the color of the button, it auto refreshes. So now you can code your application, guys. This is actually makes it really easy to actually code this application. And now I will show you how you can use third-party modules. Let's suppose if you want to use a third-party module of Lodash, which is a node module, and Axios for data fetching. So we are actually using these two third-party Node.js modules. So once it is installed, you can simply go to the JavaScript, and we can simply import the, first of all, the Lodash package basically we can import. So it actually uses the required syntax, Lodash. So Lodash is a very popular package inside Node.js, which actually used for carrying out operations. Console log, we can simply say it has a function of chunk, and here we can actually provide a array 1 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6 comma 7, and here we can divide this array into, let's suppose, a chunks of 3. So three elements will be there. Two arrays will be created of 3 elements. If I try to refresh this, you will now see in the, okay, we do need to start the development script. So if you see that, guys, a parcel transform browser scripts cannot have imports or exports. Let me see, guys, what is the problem. Just wait. Guys, I figured out the error. The error was pretty simple. You need to actually, whenever you execute this, whenever you are including your JavaScript file, you need to actually give it an attribute called as type is equal to module. So whenever I am referencing it inside our index.html file, whenever we are including this file, script.js, so this file when we are including, which contains these import statements, this require statement, this is ES6 modules. These are not common JS code. So for that you need to actually add a attribute called as type is equal to module. So it's a ES6 module. It's a high level JavaScript code that we want to execute in the browser. So actually Parcel will actually compile this into a minified code. So now if you refresh it, if you try to run the same script, it will actually create a development. So first of all, just make sure that you delete everything from, and also delete this folder which automatically gets created, parcel catch. Also delete this folder as well. So what I will do, I will simply delete this folder, parcel example project here. Let me delete this folder and open it once again, and then so I will just add these two scripts, guys, in the package.json file, so that I don't want to type it again and again. Just open package.json, and in the script section just paste these two scripts, the build script and the dev script. If you see, we are simply pasting the same script right here. Parcel source index.html, it is opening the port number. You can change this port number to 3000 as well. And for the build script, we are simply using parcel build followed by the source index.html. Here we are providing the destination folder to be dist by default. You can also change this as well. Dash dash dist. We can call this dev. And here also we don't need the source map. can simply write here done. So we can directly now simply say npm run dev. So it will actually dev parcel example project. Save this, overwrite. So now you can see that, guys, now the project has successfully been compiled. If you see, it has created, it has built the folders. If I show you, a dev folder has been created. It has actually the files which are needed, the CSS, JavaScript, and the index.html. If you make any sort of change, so actually if I show you, we are actually importing these third-party modules. You can see that. First of all, let me start from scratch. So we are actually importing the third-party module of Lodash, and here we can perform some operations such as this function chunk, this array 5 6 7 45. So we need to just divide this array into three chunks. So three elements, then three elements, and then three. So if I check the console, you will actually see in the console two arrays have been created, three arrays, sorry. This is the first array, this is the second array, this is the third array. So here we are actually using the Lodash package, third-party module of Node.js. Similarly, we can import the Axios package as well by using the import statement, which is again a third-party high-level language, ES6. So basically, it is compiled. Now we are using actually making the request to a REST API and actually getting the response using Axios. If you check your console now, you will get this JSON data. You can see from a third-party API. It is automatically being refreshed. It is as you write your code, it actually compiles your high-level JavaScript code, which contains these import statements, its required statements. We are using third-party Node.js modules, and then it actually compiles it and it actually minifies this code. You will see that. So this is actually the development environment. Now if you want to compile it to a dist folder where for the production code, now you can run the build script. So what it will do, it will build out your project and create a, so it is saying that did you mean index.html. For this you just need to go to package.json, just remove this entry of main, just remove this entry as we are not developing Node.js application. So simply delete this. Again run this. So it will now actually create your dist folder. It is bundling all the assets. So now you will see that now all the code is minified. It is actually common JS code so that the browser can understand. This is a minified JavaScript code that you see. Sorry, CSS code. The SASS has been compiled, and this is actually your minified HTML. So you can now directly open this. Just add the dot slash right here. So now you can directly open this live server. The same result will look something like this. And if you check your console, you will also see the same result. This is. So you can see that, guys, this is a great solution. I think it's a great alternative to Webpack. There is very less configuration which is required if you're developing a new project related to anything. It can be Express, it can be React, it can be Vue, it can be vanilla JavaScript project. It can be with any framework. If you're developing with SASS, and if you are using third-party Node.js modules, then Parcel is a very great solution. It's a module bundler which actually compiles your high-level JavaScript code to this minified code and compiles your SASS as well. So I think it's a great solution, and thank you very much for watching this video, and I will be seeing you guys in the next one.